Hey, this here little video is just about some stuff that you can think outside the box with, when you need a sheath or a container. Um, I'm not sure how I'm quite going to go about this. Some things I can do with one hand. This was fabricated from a piece of bamboo, and go ahead and throw some tape around the ends and put some drainage holes in it. And, I just skimmed some of it off and then I waxed it to seal it. And it holds 4 arrows. It's a quiver for 4 arrows. And, you can hang it like that. So the tape is around it. It's rubber tape just to reinforce it. Here's a onion sack that holds some cookware, and it works really well. Pantyhose as well. Here's some little leather. I'm not a sheath maker by any means, but to make a sheath, you just can take some scrap leather and put some holes in it and roll it over the way you want, and there you go. Is it pretty? No, but it works pretty well. Here's another one. You can see this one it actually has the wrong knife on it in it. Normally it carries a small old hickory, but I put this in here because I'm going to work on the knife. But you can see, that I'm kind of a dandy when it comes to just putting something together and not really caring about how good it looks. Here's one that we did a long time ago, or I did, and it's it holds this little saw, and it does really quite well. It doesn't work loose. Can be hung, could be worn on a belt if you need to. So I like things that hang like that because I can hang them on a tree or just whatever. Here's another leather one that we did for old hickories. Old hickories typically do not come with sheaths. So I got this pig sticker. I got all sharpened up and ready to go. Really, just this was the last knife that I got. Put a little patina on it, but I didn't have a sheath. So I took some. Can you see that color of leather that's in there? This was just patch leather. I got it Hobby Lobby. And so made this little sheath with a little hanger and put some shoe polish on it. Works just great. Here's one I made out of a belt. And you can see I cut the belt and then I just folded it over, and then I use pipe cleaners a lot, especially when I want it to last a while and it's not going to the blade's not going to cut it or anything. If anything, it might dull the blade a little bit. In most of the cases, like this one, it's not going to affect it. This I could probably shoe polish this, but I use it a lot. This is my dandelion cutter. You stick it in the ground and give it a little twist, and it cuts the dandelion roots. Of course, it's a bayonet, but this works really well. Nice and firm. Here's another leather sheath. I already showed you that. Here's an idea that Rita came up with one night. We were sitting in the shop just talking, and in fact, it was with this knife, which, by the way, is a simple throwing knife, and but it's made out of 440C. So they came in a set of 3, and they're fairly inexpensive. So I bought them, and we threw them for a while, and then I decided, you know what, this is pretty good steel. So I went ahead and made individual knives out of them. You can see a little parachute or a paracord handle on it. But again, no sheath. And I said to Rita, I wish I had a sheath for this thing. And so she picked up this piece of plastic hose that I had laying there. And she said, well, why don't you use this? And she stuck it in and handed it to me. And I was like, wow, that's really great, crazy good. So this is my, this is one of a series of knives that I can use around my neck. So we did the same thing with this old hickory. Again, they come without a sheath, so you can see I kind of heated the tube up there and then put it in a vise. And if I can get that clear or not. Maybe if I get under this light. And then put a piece of paracord on to hang with, you know, but comes loose real easy. This is a boning knife, one of Old Hickory's boning knives, and it does have a patina on it. So the sheath works really well when you consider, you know, that it takes minutes to make. It's water impervious, and water will drain out of it. And pretty cool. Here's another leather one. I've tried to show this to you twice. All right, you're going way over there. Here's a leather pouch that I made real simple, real fast, real easy with a piece of leather to hold my sharpening puck. Again, it works real well. I can hang it up on a nail in the shop. Here's one I made out of Purex detergent plastic, which I have found, and I suppose Tide and some of the others work as well. But it's a wonderful plastic to just heat up and you know, form and then recool, cool it down to the way you know, the way you want it to be formed. I probably will paint this at some point, but it could be used as a puck holder or whatever you want it for, but it was just the idea that I was trying to get across. Again, a little hanger there where I can hang it up on a nail or something. And I've used these pipe cleaners. Here is a knife that I found at a flea market for a couple bucks. It was all broken up and stuff, so the guy did not have a sheath for it. And it's a Schrade. So got this hefty little knife, but I did not have a sheath that it would fit and fit well in. So I took that Purex, or no, actually this was made out of the top of a, well, let's see. You know what? I think this was a Purex bottle. But you can see where the seams can be just melted in place. And the thing is just great. And then I sanded it to get this effect on it. Try and do this one-handed, but as you can see, I mean, it's not going anywhere. Now these two, I'm going to put this down. To try to show you this, because it will require both hands on this. This is a, oh heck, I forget who made it. Yeah, Corona. And this sheath was made out of, again, pipe cleaners. I drilled holes in here, and you can even see some of the holes here that I didn't use. And it was made from the top of one of those plastic storage containers. And, you know, I left it blue, and I put this on it, and this just to tell me which way I want the blade to go. And, you know, is it really pretty? No, but it works really well, and I can find it if it were to drop somewhere. Now this one, also with pipe cleaners. Could I substitute paracord for this? Sure. You know, I could substitute different things for it. This one, again, not going anywhere. This is the larger Old Hickory. And this sheath is easily seen, you know, if it were in the grass or something, or it could be hung on a tree or whatnot by this, but just another method. I think this also was made from the top of this same plastic storage container. So there you have many different options. So if you say I don't have a sheath, well, you can always make one. I suppose you can make one out of bamboo. These are piece leather. I don't buy large sheets of leather. These are just little bits and pieces of leather that you can get. And all you want is you just don't want this knife to fall out, and you don't want it to poke anybody or cut yourself. And that's really the let's see one over here from another old hickory. This is you can tell my wife Rita is a much better sheath maker than I am. This has a nice patina on it as well. This is the butcher knife. These are 1095 steel. They're just really cool knives for what they are to have. This is I keep it on up here on my board, and I use this frequently. But you know, you can see how that's put together. So. You know, you can go to a sheath maker, and of which there are more than a few, and you can pay the money and get a nice sheath made. And by golly, if you want a really nice sheath, I suggest you do that. But some of these knives and tools don't warrant that. They're inexpensive knives or inexpensive machetes, and they really don't warrant, you know, spending $40, $50 or more dollars for something to holster them in. All right, I think that satisfies me.